If you saw my earlier TikTok, I did say on there jokingly that I might come out of Tesco's in a worse mood than I went in. But fucking hell, I was not expecting that.
£2.15. What's happened to this world? A boost and a bounty, £2.15. I haven't even done my hair, I've literally just woke up. My hair is all fucked. I had to share this monstrosity of a price.
Lou, you won't believe what I saw on the damn news this morning.
Well, you're going to tell me so? Go on.
They're going to start putting porn on the screens at the gas pump, so when you're pumping gas, you don't feel like you're the only one getting fucked.
I'm done, honestly. I went into a shop today to pick up a few basics. Nothing dramatic, just normal stuff. And why did it become like a second mortgage payment? Since when has bread been £700? And why is toilet roll priced like luxury skincare? I swear I can't buy anything anymore without doing like mental maths of, do I really need this or can I emotionally survive without it? I'm exhausted.
The petrol stations really need to raise their prices by 5 or 10 pence every day, because I think not.
Whilst we're worrying about the war and left versus right, check this fucker out. This is the real state of broken Britain.
So guys, this is how bad the fuel is getting. Yesterday I filled up and it was 179.9. I put the video up this morning.
Council tax bills in the UK have just come out. When we were living in the UK, our council tax bill was around £2,000 for the year. Now, living in Spain, we pay something called IBI, and for the year it costs us €600. So that's just an example of how things can be cheaper in Spain compared to the UK.
I've just done what I would call an essential top-up shop, right? Just bits and bats that I need. I didn't really need any major meats or recipes or ingredients. It's cost me a small fortune. I know the cost of living crisis has been affecting all of us for a really long time, but this is, I would say, noticeably next level. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Tell you how much all of this costs at the end and I'll show you what I bought. Essential porridge oats, bananas, salad leaves, broccoli, avocados. Yes, I know avocados are expensive, but I like them and they're good for you. And these aren't the ripened ones. You just need to sit and wait for them. So they'll take probably a month. Eggs, 15 of them. 2 milks. Before you have a go, I am allergic to normal milk, so I have oat milk. Normally get the cheaper oat milk, the one that's purple if you're an oat milk kind of gal. I think it's normally about 85p, but for some reason my Aldi doesn't stock them anymore, so I don't know if they're just not supplying it or it's a stock issue with my particular store, but it means I had to get these ones, and these are £1.25 each. Sourdough bread, I have this with my eggs, have this for lunch pretty much every single day of my life. And I get 2 because I freeze one. Just some light little snacks, pop crisps, these are really nice, but I think I'll be buying them again now.
Welcome to Blighty Blighted, your daily reminder that in the United Kingdom, the cost of living has gone from manageable to mildly absurd. Now, I grew up north in northern England in the 1950s. Different time, of course, not perfect, not glamorous, but I'll tell you something, things made sense. You worked a job, you got paid, and you could actually live on it. Rent was reasonable. Food was simple but affordable. You didn't need a spreadsheet and a lie down just to get through the week. We didn't have much, but what we had didn't try to bankrupt us. You'd go to the butcher, the grocer, proper shops, and come home with enough for the family without feeling like you'd made a risky financial decision. Now, you walk into a supermarket and feel like you should bring a financial advisor. I picked up a loaf of bread the other day and considered putting it back on grounds of principle. Back then, if money was tight, you could adjust. Cut back a bit, make do, stretch things out. Now the basics are the problem. Food up, energy up, rent, don't even mention it. You can't cut back on essentials when essentials are what's bleeding you dry. And the strange thing is, people accept it more than you'd expect. Bit of grumbling, bit of head shaking, then back to paying it. We used to queue for things we needed. Now we queue to overpay for them.
Everything's going up, yeah. The price of everything else is going up as well with it, which doesn't all add into it. So people are getting squeezed. It's tight for them all, you know. So it's just hard work at the moment. Everything's tight. People have got less to spend all the time. No matter what they put up, all these prices and everything, it's all got to reflect it. People aren't spending what they were. You've got to be really competitive and everything with what we're doing.
And you say you've got to be really competitive, but obviously if you put your prices up, that then affects the consumer.
It's hitting our margins. We can't put it up we can't really reflect what it should be because we just wouldn't sell it. So it's cutting our margins down, which is making things harder because our wages are going up as well, and our rates and rent are going up in here as well. Electric and everything else is going up. So it's making things really, really hard right across the board for everybody.
So on the way into Tesco's, I filled up my car. I had just under half a tank. So from half a tank to full cost me £48. Then I've gone into Tesco's and I have bought the very basic stuff for spaghetti bolognese, chicken curry, a couple of bits for like pasta dishes, not even any coffee or any of the things that you would usually think are really expensive. I bought a gift for my nephew, which was £6 for Easter instead of an egg, and I have spent 90 quid. I don't know what the fuck is happening in this world, and I felt really sad loading the shopping into my boot, which took about fucking 30 seconds, because I've come out of Tesco's having spent a total of 150 quid and I've got absolutely fuck all to show for it but a couple of dinners. I've not even got any like treats or anything, no chocolate or fancy schmancy stuff, just the fucking basics for two of us. Now I work full time and I earn a pretty decent wage, but I am genuinely sitting here thinking I'm gonna have to fucking get a second job at this rate, because yes, yesterday I went for my tattoo, but that was like my little birthday present to myself. That's what I always do on my birthday every year, and I'm not being funny, I work my fucking arse off. We go on one holiday a year. We might go camping or whatever in between, but we go on one proper holiday a year, and I know there's a lot of people who can't even fucking afford to do that. The system is so fucking broken, and where do we even fucking start to change it? This is like not my normal sort of post, and I usually kind of stay out of any debates really, but as a fucking single mum trying to raise children, I am so scared that my girls are not going to be able to afford somewhere to live. They're not going to be able to afford to have their own families, and if they do have their own families, they won't even have the luxury of being able to have any time at home with those children. They'll just have to put them into nursery, and then all of their wages go into nursery. Like, what the fuck are we even doing this for? I'm actually at a point where I think to have children in this world where things are the way they are, with conflict, the economy, I would feel cruel to bring a child into this world, because what the fuck?
Year 2000 to 2026, and I can remember it like the blink of an eye. Look at the state of that. We are being absolutely hammered every single year. Horrendous.
If you voted for Leave because you believed in sovereignty, I respect that. But sovereignty means nothing if you can't afford to heat your house, defend your borders, or feed your people.
It's costing us 40 quid to fill up a quarter of my tank. And I do long drives, so I can't afford to work anymore. Nobody can. They either need to lower these prices or give me a major pay rise, because I can't afford my life anymore. Food's gone up, diesel's gone up, everything's gone up, and our wages, they just stay the same.
So I just went for
there. No fuel in Sainsbury's petrol station. I went to another petrol station, no fuel, cones up. So I went to another one, and where my petrol was sitting, normally it would take just over the £30 mark, but they had no unleaded, so I had to use super unleaded, and it took me, normally you know when to stop when you've got a wee bit in it, and it was actually £50.64. What the France is going on, honestly? This country is, oh my god, just gubbed, completely gubbed. Couldn't believe that there. I was like, what is going on? And I've just passed 3rd April and the gritters are out. Oh, honestly, take me to a hot country.
This morning, I've just drove past, look in the background, 186.9. That is a 7p rise overnight. Guys, this is absolutely crazy. You've got Donald Trump in America telling people he's got all this oil and he's had a load of free oil, free shipments they've gifted him, Iran have, stuff like that. But yet he's charging over $3 per litre. I think somewhere along the line, this war is just spanking every one of us. I'll turn the camera around so you can see the proper digits, because it is backwards. Look at that, 186.9, a 7p rise overnight. This is getting out of control, to be honest. There you have it. Everyone get your push bikes out, get your lecky bikes out, because, well, travelling dad will have to get a lecky bike. Don't think you'll see me on a push bike. I might flatten the tyres, you get me? Big up, Team TD. Travelling Dad here, guys. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, please don't forget to drop us a follow, like and share the content, as it does help our page massively. Big love, Team TD.
I'll tell you what, spare time's no thing I get much of. No within the working day anyway. I'm sitting in Asda's car park in Aberdeen now, killing a bit of time before my next job. Sat and made calls, sat and done some paperwork. And now I've just went and grabbed one of these, a McFlurry. It's mental how things shrink in time, yet they rise in price. That just seems to be life in general, isn't it? Things get smaller, you get less, but they cost you more. Fucking mad. £2.50 for that McFlurry, or £2.49. I can't remember the last time I had one of them. Never mind paid attention to the price of them. But I'm pretty sure last time I had one, it wasn't as much as that. Am I not right in saying they used to be about £1 at one point? That's probably a few years ago, but I'm sure they were. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure there'll be somebody that corrects me if I'm wrong. I think it's fucking mad. But aye, time on my hands for once. It doesn't happen often. Sitting in kind of partially sunny-ish behind the clouds, Aberdeen. Seem warm in the motor now, to be fair, but aye, £2.50 a fucking McFlurry. Fucking hell.
This is a message from Mr. Kipling, of the Kipling cakes and all that lot, you know, what everybody loves. I've just witnessed something what I believe is a crime against your product, and it's daylight robbery. I've just been to the cooperative to get my daughter a 6-pack of your Mr. Kipling cherry bakewell tarts, because it's her first day at nursery tomorrow and she absolutely loves them. But I only had £4 in change to my name and I needed milk as well. And when I got to the cooperative, I found them, and then I found they are charging £3.60 for a pack of 6. So I could not afford your cherry bakewell tarts, which means my daughter would be very upset tomorrow when she doesn't have a bakewell tart in her pack up. I believe this is a crime. I think they are making money off your cakes and pocketing it. So whoever is working at the cooperative and come up with that price, I think you should take your mask off, because this is daylight robbery. I mean, the Jamaican ginger cake at £2.25, that's still well expensive, isn't it? Anyway, I just wanted to make you aware that I think people are making far too much money off your amazing cakes when they shouldn't be. So people like me and my daughter are missing out on the pleasure of eating your cakes because people like the co-op are greedy bastards, when I just want to be a greedy bastard and eat one of your cakes.
My friend has spent £9,500 this year in Tesco's. You heard that right. So we had a conversation and we went on our online banking and we went back a whole year just on her online Tesco's food shop, and we got to £9,600 and something
for her food shop. This is based on a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children, just over 9.5 grand. Then we dug deeper and we looked at McDonald's, because the average household will have like a cheeky McDonald's on a Friday night, right? We looked at McDonald's. There's another 300-400 quid over the year. We looked at, you know, the little trips that you do to like the Co-op and your Tesco's Express on a week because you've run out of milk and you're only popping in to get milk, but then suddenly you've spent 20 to 30 quid. So we looked at that. Little Morrison's local over the year. There's another 300-400 quid. Your Co-op local, that was another 300-400 quid. That didn't even include the delivery takeaways. So we at this point were somewhere between £10,000 a year to 15 grand a year. And then I put that message out to my other friends and we all did the same, and we're just basically gobsmacked. So if you look at your total annual salary and then you look at how much you spend a year on food, like, I'm gobsmacked how much the likes of Tesco's and everywhere else is making off of us people. It's crazy. So if you haven't done it, go and do it. It will either give you a good day or a shit day. It will absolutely put things into perspective for you, because it certainly did for me. And it's also really interesting to see what people spend, because I'm a household of just 2 adults, no children, right? And there's my friend, 2 adults, 2 children. I've got another friend who's 2 adults, 1 child. And it's really interesting to see how much people are spending. I've also got friends that will only shop in M&S, but then I've got friends that will shop in like Aldi, Tesco's and all that. And it's actually fucking crazy how much we all spend. I did a whole year on Deliveroo and I think we were coming in at like 1,500 quid. That's all my weekly Starbucks, the McDonald's, the kebab, the curry. I mean, we've clearly got an issue, right? But we're not alone, because when I spoke to other people that did the same, it's crazy. So yeah, if you haven't, honestly, go and do it, because it's a fucking eye-opener.
Hi, I'm almost £20,000 in debt. Come talk to me. You may or may not have seen my previous video, but today I actually sat down and calculated, well, I didn't, a spreadsheet did, calculated how much I'm in debt across different loans and cards and accounts and whatnot, and I was shocked that it came to almost £20,000. So like I said before, I've created this account to mostly take some accountability, hopefully document my way to becoming debt free. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Ideas, let me know. Yeah, I mean, there are loads of reasons, or I could say excuses, I could share as to how I've even got in this state, but truthfully it's not good enough. I am 30 years old. I turned 30 towards the end of last year, and I think now it's the time I need to start doing something, because it's not just myself that this is going to affect. It's also going to affect my partner, and it's also going to affect our daughter. So I think now or never, I need to get cracking. Not sure how I'm going to do it.
So stressed. These fuel prices are outrageous, man. I'm going to have to start selling all my belongings. If someone wants to buy a fucking S23 Plus that doesn't charge, but it only charges with a wireless charger, let me fucking know. Works fine. Clean, no cracks on the screen or anything. That'll be reflected in the fucking price. I'm going to have to start selling stuff on Vinted just to fucking fuel my car at this rate, because let's be honest, the normal job isn't cutting it no more, and I can't wait till next week get paid. And what I've got in my tank has got to last me, which is just over half a tank. While I'm at it, I may as well sell my car. Does anyone want to buy a fucking Ford Estate Titanium X Sport? It's just past MOT. Fortunately, thank God. I'm gonna have to start fucking standing on Cobridge Corner at this point, getting a bit of money in. As I say, normal job isn't cutting it anymore in this country of United King fucking doom. Yeah, I'm going to buy a van anyway, so if anyone needs a man with a fucking van, I'm here. If anyone needs that, trust me, I'm here. Earn a fucking extra bit of money just to get fuel in the United fucking Kingdom. But I'm so stressed money wise, it's a vicious circle, man. Paying off a credit card only to use it near to the end of the month because I can't afford the fucking month because of paying a fucking credit card. Someone buy me car, someone buy me fucking shitty fucking phone and charge it with a wireless charger, please, and it'll be reflected in a fucking price. Someone buy me clothes off Vinted, please, because I'm going to start putting them on. I've got a PS3 if anyone wants to fucking buy a PS3 and a PS4 as well. If anyone wants to buy a fucking PS4. Oh, someone can buy a fucking Wi-Fi system as well while they're at it. Jesus Christ, United fucking Kingdom.
Someone tell me why we're paying so much money just to live in the UK. I just got back from Egypt after staying there for 4 months. For a nice studio apartment, I paid £150 a month in Hurghada. I stayed 2 months in Cairo. I noticed that maybe the apartment cost was higher, double, but things over there were still very, very cheap, like the fruit, vegetables, technology, other stuff, very cheap. Fuel, very cheap. You can have a high standard of life in Egypt whilst living with foreign money. So with the money that you're earning in the UK, you can have a great life in Egypt. We're paying so much more here just for the same things that we can have there. For a very nice apartment, the fruit and vegetable is like for five quid, you can stock up your whole fridge. And you have great weather, nice hot sun, 28 degrees, 30 degrees all year round. Imagine that.
Here's some things I can't afford as a budget mum of 2 so that you feel better about your finances. First up is more than one soft play date. That might sound ridiculous to some people, but there's some soft plays that you go to that's literally £20 just to get in. And when you think of like snacks, drinks, stuff like that, I can't afford to do that more than once a month. So what I like to do instead is I like to search for like local church and community centres because they usually do like toddler stay and plays or play groups. Usually a lot cheaper and more affordable. So we go to a local one that's £6 for all of us to get in, get drinks and toast with it as well. So we choose to look for like more budget friendly options like that instead. In the same vein as this, I can't afford big days out for the kids. So for example, I wanted to take the kids to the zoo, but just to take us to the zoo was like £100. I just can't drop that on one day, like can't afford it. I will say though, Blackpool Zoo I'm actually looking at going because it's a lot cheaper than Chester Zoo, and you can actually get vouchers through your Tesco Club Card points. So I'm thinking of using the Tesco Club Card points to take us on a day out to Blackpool Zoo instead. And also get discounts with the Kids Pass app for Blackpool Zoo as well. Any big days out can't really afford. I also think like I almost used Klarna the other day to book Bluey tickets because Bluey's coming to Liverpool in July I think, and I wanted to book the tickets, but also at the same time I don't have the money to just drop them on the tickets. What you do in that situation, obviously you're supposed to like save up in advance, but just didn't buy the tickets, didn't use Klarna. But I'm like, how do you like afford to do that? Like beauty treatments I also can't afford each month. Your hair, your nails, your lashes, your eyebrows, things like that, I can't afford to do them, so I do it all myself. I mean, I haven't done my nails at the minute. That one's literally hanging on for dear life. I can't afford to do them because like each of the beauty treatments alone are like £30 to £40. Even just one of them is a lot of money to upkeep each month, so I definitely couldn't afford one of them, never mind like all of them to do. Eyebrows, waxing, nails, my eyelashes, I get them DIY tatty lash kits and I do them myself from home instead. Haircut each month, can't afford that. I have to like save £10 each month and I'll get my haircut every like 3 to 6 months. Also big food shops, I can't afford to spend more than £400 on food shop for the entire month. Like if 1 week I've spent over £100, the next weeks I have to come under budget because I've got no or more money to give towards it, so it just has to be less than £400. Sometimes I'll go to the food shop some weeks and it'll literally be like I've got £50 to buy the food shop, and that just has to do. And lastly is new clothes every single month. I can't afford to like get big massive clothes hauls each month. New clothes in May because it was my birthday and I used my birthday money to get that, but otherwise I can't afford to buy new things every single month. And if I am looking to buy something new, I will look to Vinted first. But there's some of the things I can't afford to do as a budget mum of two who's trying to pay off the rest of her debt, and most importantly live within me means. Let me know in the comments some of the things that you can't afford to do each month that like social media makes you think is the norm.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no...
Does anyone else have dinners that they refer to as council dinners? Like, there are dinners that... there's dinners that we do that I call them council dinners. So like ham, egg and chips, or corned beef hash, or fish fingers, chips and beans. Like, these are like, in my head, these are council dinners. Why is it that these council dinners have got to the point where I might as well rename them mortgage dinners? Like, have you seen the price of corned beef? Like, I went into Asda and they were doing fish fingers for $7.99. Like, these are now gourmet dinners, not council dinners. Like, what we eating that's council dinners now? Like, can't even say it's like margarine and bread because the price of those is through the roof as well. Like, what is going on? I genuinely am at the point where I might ask my local shoplifters if they're going to start running classes, because if it continues to go like this, we ain't going to be able to afford to shop nowhere. Like, this madness. Surely something's got to change. Like, every time I think I've got to my limit of things being as bad as they're going to get in terms of prices, I'm just surprised again that they can actually get worse. Like, at what point are we going to see a return on our money? Like, I keep hearing that, oh, inflation's better, and mate, it's not. Someone needs to tell my purse that my wage is not lasting a month. Like, so what's going on?
Today is payday for most of the UK, so let's budget my £2,632 wage packet for the month of February. For reference, I'm on just over 40 grand a year. I'm hoping that might go up in April, but we'll see. So I got paid £2,632 today, and the first thing that I do is pay all of my bills. For reference, I own a house with my brother, so all of the bills are split between him and me, and so the mortgage, council tax, gas and electric, water, and all of the Sky bills and stuff like that are split between us. So I pay my mortgage, my council tax. My mortgage is £586 for the month, and my council tax is £86. My gas and electric is £60, water £14, internet is £10, and the Sky and Netflix is £26. So they're all the things that I share with my brother. And then the next things I pay for are just my bills. So that would be my gym and reformer. That is now £100 a month because I have switched my membership on my reformer class. I'm now doing the £60 a month membership, which allows me to go once a week. I have dropped it down just because I wasn't going that much, and I haven't been feeling the best, as you know, so I'm just doing my walking and going to the gym when I can. Then my life insurance is £40. I get a lot of questions as to why I have a life insurance plan. It was just what I needed to do to take out my mortgage in order to be able to be viable for that mortgage. That's why I have one. Phone bill is £8. That is because I've got a SIM only plan with Libera. They originally were £2.47 for the first 4 months, but now it's going up to £8 for the month of February. The reason why my internet is so cheap is because I split that with my brother, but because I am with Utility Warehouse, and that is so much more affordable than other broadband suppliers. My car tax is £17 a month, and then I have put £500 a month into my savings account. I don't pay my car insurance monthly, I pay that annually, so I've already paid that back in October, and that comes out of my savings because I always get questions on that as well. And then I have an Amex bill of £550 to pay. That has my food, my petrol, anything that I've bought. So my sister and my mum's birthday is in February. I am also going skiing, which is for 1 week. In 2 weeks actually I go, so I'm excited for that, and I might treat myself to a new ski jacket, who knows. And then that leaves me with £678 for the rest of the month. That means that I can put extra money into my savings, or I will spend it on clothes. I do have a shopping addiction. I love clothes, I love getting dressed. And I might also book a holiday because I'm looking to go to Australia next January, so that might go towards my flight savings and my holiday pot. So yeah, that is the breakdown of my wages for the month of February.
Literally, fuck me. What the fuck? £1.83 a litre for diesel in Sainsbury's Herne Bay. It has shot up. It was fucking £1.56, then £1.66. I haven't even seen £1.7. Today, it's £1.83 a fucking litre. If that is not profiteering of the highest fucking order, I don't know what is. We haven't even stopped there yet. How long is it going to be before it's £2 a litre? Monday? Fuck's sake. Anyway, don't affect me. I only ever put 30 quid in.
Is anyone else just feeling really fed up and miserable at the minute? I mean, I'm normally quite upbeat, but today I got up and I'm just like, what the fuck is the point anymore? I don't mean that in an awful way. You just try so hard and nothing seems to work. Let me explain what I mean. So my outgoings exceed my income, and that's just basic level shit like rent, bills and food. I'm not even counting fun stuff. I've still got about £3 of debt to pay off. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage it, especially because my income is less than my outgoings. So I currently work part-time, I work 3 days a week. Now I am looking for either a second job or a completely new full-time job, but there doesn't seem to be much out there, and what there is really badly paid. I mean, is it just me that's noticed that wages are shit at the minute? I currently rent. I feel like I'll never be able to own my own home. I'm not sure I'll be able to afford to retire either. I am sick of this miserable grey weather as well. I mean, winter in the UK doesn't exactly inspire joy, does it? I forgot to bring tomato ketchup home from the shop, and it all just feels so bloody pointless. The tomato ketchup was the straw that broke the camel's back, let me tell you. I can't be the only one that just feels a little bit miserable and fed up right now. If you are feeling the same, just know that you're not alone. Things will get better. I hope.
Wages haven't kept up, and this is the result. Wages have gone up. They've gone up slightly, but there's no way they've kept up with everything in inflation. So not the same rate as your housing, rent, mortgages out of control. If you're in the process of changing for your mortgage as well, the rates on offer they aren't great. Food, don't even get me started. It's ridiculous. I'm spending 20 quid more for the same shop on average per month. Energy, we're getting a little bit of relief from the government, not a lot. But if you are on a prepayment key, just a tip, the rates changed yesterday. Make sure you go and put your key into the meter, because apparently that will reduce you to the new rate. Just a little tip there. Childcare, out of control. So on paper, it looks like things have improved with the pay rise, but somehow we're still working more than we ever have, earning more than we ever have, but we still have less left at the end of the month. So it's not about lifestyle inflation, it's about the gap between income and the cost just getting so much bigger, and it's hitting the working people hardest, okay? Especially if you're just above the threshold for support, you're not getting anything extra, okay? Now this isn't a particular people, this is couples, this is single people, this is people with children.
It's the same for everybody at the moment, and it's just, we're being squeezed. There are some tools in my bio. There might be some things in there that can help you, but also maybe give you some clarity on what is actually going out per month, and if there is any way we can budget better.
I don't know how we would ever come back to live in the UK. For those of you who don't know, we're a family of 4 and we have now been travelling for 6 months after selling everything in the UK, leaving our jobs and taking the kids out of nursery. Like the cost of living, the nursery fees, like everything was so expensive. We were literally working to pay our bills to send the kids to nursery, and it was just crazy. Like there was never a break. You have good jobs, but that doesn't get you anywhere now. It really doesn't. We are now in Da Nang, Vietnam, and I'm currently at a soft play. I'm sitting at a soft play that cost us £2, and I have not seen soft plays like this in the UK. I will show you that on another video. But yeah, it's just like, what would we ever do if we come back to the UK? Like, I genuinely don't think we'd be able to afford it, which is crazy to say because that is where we are from. Like, is the UK broken? I don't know. I really don't know. We do want to come back to visit. We want to visit our friends and our family, but
I'm not saying the 1950s were better in every way. Far from it. But there was a balance. You didn't feel like the system was constantly leaning on you. Now it feels like everything's tilted the wrong way, and ordinary people are the ones trying to keep their footing. From modest living to expensive surviving, that's been the journey. Cheerio. I hope your paltry salaries can get you through the month. I will see you all in the next video.